Shortly after World War II, an ambitious British study on children and their parents was initiated. It followed 14,000 children and their parents from birth to childhood and looked at not only the progress of their health, but also their relative happiness and success. As you might imagine, this study produced mountains of data over 70 years. But I'm going to summarize it into 6 major bullet points from you, which you will find shockingly simple, coming up next. The details of this research can be found in the link in the description. There's also a great TED Talk given by one of the principal investigators in this link as well. So here's the bottom line when it comes to parenting. If you want to maximize the success of your children, number 6, don't be poor. Yes, I know that this is an insensitive remark, but the study clearly shows that kids born into poor families do worse than those born in more affluent families. Poorer children appear to have a higher mountain to climb in order to become as successful as their more affluent counterparts. This study does not clarify why, but the authors also point out that some of the disadvantages of being poor can be overcome with other factors, which are in the following bullet points. Number 5, be an engaged parent. Now this seems pretty basic, and it is. Put simply, parents who are engaged with their children, that is, they take time to talk and listen to them, end up having more successful children. This should be no surprise. Number 4, being warm, loving, and kind to your children is also a factor in their success. Again, this seems pretty basic and logical. Goes to show that being a great parent is not necessarily rocket science. Number 3, read to your children and encourage them to read on their own. The study found that children who were read to by their parents daily did better in school and were much more successful later in life. In addition, these children were more likely to read for pleasure on their own later in life. And this reading for pleasure was also a big factor in their success. So parents should encourage their children to read for pleasure on their own as well as read to them when they are younger. Number 2, take the kids with you on trips and excursions. These excursions tend to build a child's bond with their children and creates warm memories for them later in life. It turns out that this is a positive factor in their success. And number 1, perhaps the simplest thing you can do, put the kids to bed at the same time every day. The study showed that kids who went to bed at a regular time every day did better in school than kids who went to bed at different times or odd times during the week. So it turns out that even though most parents have no idea what they're doing, there are several simple steps that you can take that will better ensure your kids' happiness and success, and it's backed up by science. I wish you and your family all the best.